finish in 15-20 minutes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Ghazala. Respected chair, different scientists from different organizations, dear students. Good afternoon to everyone. So, Dr. Ghazala has covered some points of my presentation, but I will try to give a deep inside of that points. And firstly, I would like to make a statement which is my personal opinion, and I strongly believe that traditional medicine is also a mainstream healthcare is equivalent to the modern medicine, because when WHO is saying that 80% of the global population is rely or depends upon the herbal medicine, and the data by the NSSO India is showing that 85 to 90% of Indian population lives in rural or semi-urban areas, where still the people used to visit the Hakims and Ayurvedacharya for the diagnosis and treatment. In that scenario, we cannot say traditional medicine as a secondary healthcare. It is also a mainstream healthcare, and it also contribute equally as a modern medicine to the nation health and reduce the disease burden in India. So the question is, why we need the integration of traditional medicine with the modern medicine? Yes, because it is as need as because it provides a personalized treatment with better efficacy, safety, tailored treatment which is designed based on the individual need, and lastly, it provides a cost-effective medicine to the patient. So these are the contents of the presentation, bridging two worlds. What are the benefit and strength of each approach? What are the challenges in the integration? What are the successful strategies for integration, successful integration model, and the future of integrative medicine, future directions? So traditional medicine is actually culturally based. We have a history of around 5,000 years back, or we can say it is from the Stone Ages. It passes through generations, and it relies on the knowledge of the Hakims and Ayurvedacharya. And we in this presentation we can see that 40% of the today's pharmaceutical products are derived from the natural products. Like for example, the aspirin, which we commonly use, is derived from the willow bark. Similarly, the Nobel Prize winning research artemisinin, which has been derived from the Artemisia annua, and the discovery of the smallpox vaccine, which is also based on the since ancient inoculation technique. Modern medicine, modern medicine actually grounded on a rigorous scientific preclinical and clinical research, and it emphasizes the use of pharmaceutical and surgery and advanced diagnostics for disease diagnostic and management. And the major revolution in the modern medicines comes into picture when there is an integration of artificial intelligence, machine learning, deep learning, new natural language processing, which brings out the discovery of the drug devices. And these are three AI software which recently approved by the US FDA in 2024. ARI score for determination of brain volumetry. Brain C is for diagnosis, early diagnosis of the Alzheimer disease and dementia. And ICO brain area is recently approved by the US FDA for radio imaging diagnosis of beta amyloid plaques in the brain. This is the advantages of traditional medicine. It is quite accessible and affordable. We can see these herbal medicine in our surrounding areas easily. It can be found uh, and affordable. It is a cost effective. Culturally, it is really passes through generation. So there is a cultural connect between the people towards the use of the traditional medicine. The strength of modern medicine is that it is quite good for management of acute conditions, emergency conditions, and AI integration of AI in the healthcare sector provides such a wonderful machines or devices like CGM, continuous glucose monitoring, where you can monitor your blood glucose in the blood on your phone 24 hours. Similarly, 24-hour Holter ECG monitoring. You can monitor your ECG on your phone. Activity of the pacemaker is available on your phone. Such devices is because of the integration of AI and machine learning and deep learning. So these points has been discussed by Dr. Gulam. So major problem is the raw material is the major problem in traditional medicine, because the raw material which is directly procured from the market for the preparation of these traditional medicine, and it is stored since long in the way how in the shops, and there are the chances of contamination, heavy metal toxicity, and pesticide contaminations, and sometimes there is also an adulterate these single ingredients present in the market. Second, standardization of drug and formulations due to inconsistency of raw material and process optimization. There is a variability in the formulation. There is always a batch to batch variability. We cannot say that two product of the same name having the same activity, because there is a difference in the content. Diagnostic criteria. The challenges of traditional medicine is that diagnostic criteria which we used for diagnosis based on the traditional literature is cannot be measured, like temperament, color of tongue. We use these diagnostic tool: color of tongue, color of urine, loss, amount of appetite. So these are not measurable factors. Dose and dosage form, again, the dose is very high and dosage form is a kind which cannot be used by the diabetic patients. Duration of treatment is inconsistent. In different literature is saying you have to use this medicine for 10 days, another literature is saying you have to use this that medicine for 1 month. Lack of evidence. It is now the Ministry of Ayush and CCRUM is trying to generate this evidence for the claims of ancient Unani physician based on the scientific modern using the modern scientific tools. One challenge is that how to validate the factor of emotions and interaction of patients with the physician. This is also a holistic diagnostic criteria in traditional system of medicine which cannot be measured. And last one is the PK/PD interaction. We cannot use the two drugs from one is from modern medicine and one from traditional system of medicine. There may be the chances of interaction which we know now. So there is a need to study this kind of interaction where the peoples are using uh, two drugs from two different streams simultaneously. These are even we cannot say there are challenges in traditional medicine. Challenges are also in the modern medicine, which generally we don't discuss. And the major challenge is healthcare disparities and inequities. Disparity is actually the different health outcomes across the populations. Means the outcome of health is different due to social, economic, and geographical. So the recent report published by WHO is saying that in the developing nations, children below the age of 5 years are 13 times more likely to die as compared to the developed nation. Chronic disease burden and management. Here, I would like to give a data which is recently published in 2025 that by 2030, 75% of the world global population, the death of the 75% of the world will be due to non-communicable disease, especially cardiovascular, diabetes, cancer, and chronic respiratory disease. Rising healthcare cost and affordability. It is one of the major challenge that modern medicines are quite. It's not cheap actually. It's not accessible by the middle class or lower middle class. And healthcare workforce shortage and burnout. This again, all nations, especially the developing nation like India, Asian countries, Africa, there is a shortage of healthcare workers or paramedical staff. In India, we have one doctor at 830 830 peoples in the India. There is only one doctor. So there is a healthcare workforce shortage, and due to shortage of work, there is a workload on those healthcare givers, and there is a sense of dissatisfaction among them. So this is the burnout and most recognized challenge in modern medicine. So what are the strategies? How can we integrate better in a better way? That establishing regulatory framework where the Ministry of Ayush is playing a good role. That we are come with a map to ensure the availability of the quality controlled medicine in the market. Second, we are developing a licensing and certification program where these traditional healers, yani hakims, or whether it is Ayurvedic peoples. So licensing and certification programs, we are ensure the accountability of the traditional healers and the manufacturing units. So in this sections, the Ministry of Ayush and all the councils of the Ayush are working together to bring this quality medicine in the market. Second, in investing in research and development, it is also the Ayush Ministry is in the direction, in consultation with all council. The Ministry of Ayush is giving instruction that we have to develop the evidence of the traditional claims which was given in the our literature. We are conducting a robust clinical trial, randomized blinding, and we are also conducting the preclinical studies to validate the mechanism of action of these traditional formulation. Education and training, this is also a good step where we are trying to integrate, or we can, it's a suggestion that we can integrate this traditional knowledge in the curriculum of the graduates. Like the MBBS student, we can add the chapters of traditional systems in the curriculum of the MBBS student. Similarly, we can introduce the syllabus of MBBS student in the BMS students. So these are the successful integration model. We we know that China is far away in integration of traditional and Chinese medicine, and there is a association known as Hong Kong Association for Integration of Chinese Medicine, which was incorporated in 2001. You can see this is a team of integrated traditional Chinese and Western medicine working in the Western medicine of West China Hospital, which was founded in 1956. And you will shock that in China, there are 705 TCM hospitals. There's shortage of time, so I would like quickly wrap up the this. So future direction is that we can ensure the availability of traditional medicine, or we can ensure the proper integration in a better way by encouraging the collaboration among researchers, healthcare professionals, policymakers, and communities is essential. And secondly, we can provide the sustainable healthcare by research, education, and regulatory framework. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Urooj, for highlighting the various aspects and prospects of integration of traditional medicine. Um, Now we can have but we are already beyond schedule. But one question, one or two, if there is, we can take right now. Else, Dr. Urooj is available. You can discuss with him on a tea break also. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Urooj.